Seniors, I am Dr. Anya. Let me guess. You are dreading going to sleep tonight because you already know you are going to wake up at 2 a.m. and then again at 4 a.m. just to use the bathroom. You are exhausted. You stop drinking water 3 hours before bed. You empty your bladder completely, and yet your body still wakes you up. Why? Here is the clinical truth your doctors aren't telling you. Your bladder is not actually full. It is having microscopic spasms. You are waking up to false alarms. Today, I am going to show you how to shut off those alarms. I am going to reveal a precise 60-second nighttime ritual using one humble kitchen spice that acts as a natural, biological tranquilizer for your bladder wall. But listen to me closely. This is not about swallowing a pill, and the exact method of how you consume this spice is the only reason it works.
So do me a favor, pause this video right now, go grab a pen and a piece of paper, and get ready to take notes. We are going to permanently fix your broken sleep. Let's begin.
Before we fix the problem, you need to understand the enemy. Why is your body suddenly betraying you after the age of 60? Most people assume their bladder is simply shrinking. Medically speaking, that is completely false. You are actually dealing with a cruel biological 1-2 punch, and it starts deep inside your brain with a highly specific hormone called vasopressin. I want you to think of vasopressin as the nighttime manager of your kidneys. When the sun goes down and you get into bed, your brain releases this hormone to send a direct message to your kidneys. Slow down. Stop filtering so much water. We are going to sleep. This is what allows young people to sleep for 8 solid hours without producing much urine. But as you cross your 60th birthday, your brain's natural production of vasopressin plummets. The nighttime manager effectively falls asleep on the job.
Without that chemical signal, your kidneys do not get the memo. They just keep working their daytime shift, filtering fluids and rapidly filling your bladder all night long. But that is only half the tragedy. The second issue is happening right in the bladder itself. Your bladder is essentially a balloon made of smooth muscle. When you were 30, that muscle was highly elastic. It could stretch to hold a massive amount of fluid before it politely signaled your brain that it was time to go. But as you age, that smooth muscle becomes rigid, inflamed, and incredibly hypersensitive. Now, when even a tiny amount of urine enters the bladder, sometimes just 2 or 3 ounces, that stiff, irritated muscle physically spasms. It panics. It sends a screaming, emergency false alarm to your brain, telling you that you are about to overflow, forcing you out of bed in a panic. You are producing more urine, and the organ meant to store it is throwing a biological tantrum. You cannot fight this with willpower, and you cannot fix it by just being thirsty all evening. You must biochemically relax that muscle, and that is exactly what we are going to do right now.
Look at your notes. The solution to your 2 a.m. wake-ups is not an expensive pharmaceutical drug with a laundry list of side effects. It is a humble, ancient spice that is likely sitting in your kitchen cabinet right now. Green cardamom. But listen to me very carefully. You cannot just swallow a spoonful of cardamom powder or take it as a pill. If you do that, the harsh acids in your stomach will destroy the active compounds before they ever reach your bladder. To shut off those nighttime bladder spasms, you must use a clinical technique called sublingual absorption, and it takes exactly 60 seconds. Here is the exact biological ritual. 30 minutes before you get into bed, take just 1 or 2 whole green cardamom pods. Place them in your mouth and gently crack the outer shell with your teeth. Do not grind them up immediately.
Just slowly chew the tiny seeds inside. As you chew, those seeds release highly concentrated, volatile essential oils, specifically a powerful botanical compound called cineol. I want you to hold those crushed seeds and oils in your mouth, right under your tongue, for a full 60 seconds. Why is this the secret? Because the mucosal tissue under your tongue is packed with microscopic blood vessels called capillaries. By holding the oils there, that cineol is absorbed directly into your bloodstream in seconds, completely bypassing your slow digestive system. It acts like an immediate biological payload. That calming compound rushes straight to your nervous system and your lower abdomen, shutting off the panic signals. You are literally delivering a natural, fast-acting muscle relaxant right where your body desperately needs it, just minutes before your head hits the pillow.
Once those essential oils enter your bloodstream from under your tongue, a profound biological chain reaction begins. Cardamom does not just mask a symptom. It executes a clinical triple action assault on the exact mechanisms keeping you awake. Action number 1, the smooth muscle antispasmodic. Remember the hypersensitive bladder throwing a tantrum? The compounds in cardamom, specifically the cineol, are clinically proven antispasmodics. As they travel to your lower pelvis, they act like a warm, soothing blanket wrapped directly around the smooth muscle of your bladder wall. They physically paralyze the microscopic spasms. Instead of fiercely contracting when just 2 ounces of urine enter, your bladder is forced to relax, stretch, and accommodate the fluid peacefully. You are silencing the false alarms at the source. Action number 2, the parasympathetic shift. Let us talk about your brain.
When you wake up at 2 a.m. with the urge to pee, your nervous system spikes with cortisol. You enter a mild fight or flight panic. You start worrying about how tired you will be tomorrow. Cardamom is a powerful, natural nervine. It sends an immediate signal to your brain to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest mode. It is not a sedative that leaves you hungover. It simply dims the lights on your racing mind, dissolving the anxious, I need to pee right now mental loop so you can drift back to sleep. Action number 3, the mechanical pressure, the digestion secret. This is the biological secret your doctor has never mentioned. Your intestines sit directly on top of your bladder in your pelvic cavity. As you age, your evening digestion slows down. The dinner you ate ferments in your gut, creating trapped gas. Your intestines physically swell up like balloons, and because gravity pulls them down, those swollen intestines violently crush your bladder from the outside. Cardamom is one of nature's most potent carminatives, meaning it actively destroys gas bubbles in the digestive tract. By chewing this spice, you rapidly deflate your intestines. You are literally lifting the crushing physical weight of your digestive system off your bladder, finally giving it the physical room it needs to expand normally through the night.
Now lean in and listen to me very carefully, because this is exactly where 90% of seniors completely fail. You have the right spice. You know you need to chew it for exactly 60 seconds to achieve sublingual absorption. But right after you finish chewing, your mouth feels a little dry, maybe a bit spicy. So human nature kicks in. You reach for a large glass of water on your nightstand to wash the taste down. Do not do this. It is a fatal biological error. If you drink a glass of water right after this ritual, you completely destroy the protocol. First, you physically wash away the remaining essential oils coating the capillaries in your mouth, abruptly stopping the absorption of the cineol. But more importantly, you are sending a catastrophic mixed signal to your internal organs. The cardamom just sent a gentle, chemical whisper to your bladder, telling it to relax, stretch, and go to sleep. But that large glass of water?
That is a loud, blaring alarm clock sent directly to your kidneys. It forces your kidneys to clock back into their daytime shift, rapidly filtering that water and dumping it straight down into the very bladder you just tried to calm. When you put the calming signal of cardamom up against a massive flood of physical water, the water will always win. You are pouring gasoline on the exact fire you are trying to put out. If your mouth is uncomfortably dry, or if you must take a nighttime medication, you are allowed 1 or 2 microscopic sips of room temperature water. Nothing more. You must let the medicine do its work uninterrupted.
Let us review your exact clinical protocol so you can take back your sleep starting tonight. Step 1, the timing. You will do this exactly 30 minutes before you intend to go to sleep, after you have finished all your evening routines and brushed your teeth. Step 2, the dosage. Take strictly 1 or 2 whole green cardamom pods. Do not use more. Step 3, the execution. Place them in your mouth, crack the shell, and chew the seeds slowly. You must hold the crushed seeds and the extracted oils under your tongue for a full 60 seconds to achieve sublingual absorption. Step 4, the golden rule. Swallow the crushed seeds and absolutely do not wash it down with a glass of water. Seniors, exhaustion is not a life sentence. You do not have to accept waking up at 2 a.m. as a normal part of getting older. Your biology is incredibly resilient, and it desperately wants to rest. You just have to give it the correct biochemical instructions.
I want you to make your vitality pledge right now. I want you to go down into the comments below and type the powerful words, "I am sleeping deeply tonight." Are you going to try this 60-second botanical ritual tonight? Or have you used cardamom before for your digestion? Let me know. I read every single comment, and your commitment right now could be the exact inspiration another senior needs to take control of their health. If this masterclass gave you the actual science to reclaim your nights, hit the like button. Do not keep this a secret. Share this video with a spouse, a sibling, or a friend who you know is struggling with broken sleep. You could literally change their life today. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a week of evidence-based longevity and true cellular healing. I am Dr. Anya. Guard your sleep, honor your biology, and I will see you in the next video.